Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at TWLO.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead. You know what? There's less than 2 weeks till Labor Day, and sometimes it's better to be on the beach versus being in front of your computer, and I feel like these are one of those days. You know, the market kind of felt vulnerable, but did a whole lot of nothing. When it seemed as if the spiders were going to break down 2-3 times, it rallied back, same way it felt like it could go above the highs of the day and did absolutely nothing. So what does that look like? Here, this is what it looks like. Let's go to the S&P cash. Obviously, really nice move once it broke out above this inside range here when it reclaimed the AIM 21-day. Since then, very choppy. But this trend off of this most recent breakout above this 2100, 2110 level has been intact. So the question is it getting tight for a break to the upside come Jackson Hole, or is it coiling, rolling down to give you a little bit more of a corrective phase? At this point, you know what? I would trade versus 2168. I wouldn't look at these two little candles here just way you're not enamored by the noise, because if you look at the 5-minute chart here, look at this. Open down, rally back up, faded. I think for me, I felt as if we were vulnerable. I got short here, and then that happened. I think some guys bought here, then that happened. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, actually, on the 5-minute, this looks pretty constricted, where maybe tomorrow we'll see, I guess, depending on the gap up, what we have or gap down. But anyway, very tight, nothing range, and that's what happens, I guess, on August 22nd. So let's go back to the daily chart, and that's where we are. So, was there opportunities? There were a few. If you read my note today, I talked about the deals in the bios, and then maybe above 292, 293, the IBBs can get back in play. They've been out of play for almost 2 weeks. Okay, there's been lots of opportunities here. So with this being said, remember that chart we posted here when it broke above this descending, oops, sorry, let me get this out of your way, the downtrend. Okay, well, broke above the downtrend, then it got above resistance and basically held above it, and then woke up. Woke up today with a day one. So if you use my day count, sometimes your day one wake up leads to another move. Okay, here was like your day one engulfing bar. This one pretty much got above this 3-day range in this, and this could put this back on the map to be a focus at least, to clear this 300. So the bios were on the move today. I'm not going to get into most of those. Oil, the XLE, after a big move from the Red Dog reversal low 2 weeks ago to last Thursday, give you another push above 70 to 71 and change. Got to see the XLE still, pretty impressive. This was your Red Dog reversal here. That's your buy in the hole. Then it gave you a breakout trade that you basically had to sell into the strength here. And I actually held some as well after that. But then today it kind of held where it had to. Not the end of the world. It held the 8-day moving average, so didn't really fall apart. Still above the 200-day. Just maybe came a little too far, too fast from the low end of the range to the upper end of the range. So all in all, if this were to hold right around here, I think this is just fine. So if you're still in this, put a low in at 69.28. I put in that new issue section, and basically ACIA is still hanging around. Looks pretty good. Another flag type pattern here. Last time you had this 2-day pullback, okay, it gave you a nice little trade. Here's your 2-day pullback, and now it seems like it might be trying to do this again. Last time the real trade was right around here, though. Once it cleared that and just started trending, but now it's getting a little loose and wide. But at least there's activity here. So it held the pivot, which was 111, and now we'll see tomorrow if there's a trade above this, and that we'll obviously have to see how it moves pre-market. This was our focus for the last 2 days. For me, I think this made my day on Friday. Okay, why did it make my day on Friday? Because you gap down after a move from 65, 66 down towards 52. It was a good red to green trade, and then some guys were focusing on this pivot. I think in my note I wrote, use this as an active pivot for a trade, 56.50, and boom, went to almost 60. So now this stock is giving you lots of nice trades, and this was the one after earnings, and now it's repositioning itself again. So now I would just maybe take this line out of the way and open it up a little bit. So if you were focusing on this stock the last 2 days, you had a nice trade. Some of you guys also did the same thing with TLND, 2-day trade. Here was your low, big move. It would have been easier if it would have held here, but the boxes know what you want, and they're not giving you anything easy. if it would have stopped here, there would have been a lot more people in versus coming right back down to where it broke out from. But anyway, it's moving around, so keep charting this one, keep getting used to it. This LN didn't do much today. Hanging around, it held the 8-day. I'm still in some. It's holding above the post-IPO high. I had more overnight. I have a little less because I reduced some risk across the board. But as long as this holds here, maybe at some point it gets some momentum, I'd keep charting that one. And then you had, some high beta movement. BABA, which I've been holding, since last week, trying to get this bull flag to give you continuation. Well, today they shook the tree, and while I was away getting ready for Fox Business, they shook my tree. I didn't get a chance to get back in it, but we'll see. They loosened it up a little bit. My stop was here at 95.05. It went to 94.75 and came back above it. I still think it looks good, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait and look for like a big wide range bar day to get back in it. Maybe above 97 I get back, but if I was at my seat, maybe I would have got stopped out and bought the reclaim, but I wasn't there because I was going on TV, and I got stopped out without being able to, get back involved. If you look why, first things was the 30-minute low. That was one spot. So after the open, I wrote this down. I said if it trades below the 30 or 60-minute low, I'm going to use that for a stop of half, and then the 95.05, and on this move lower, got me out of half. And then that got me out of the rest of it, right around this 95.05, but I wasn't around for this move to get you back involved. So, I'm not in it, and I'll revisit it. So at some point, I'll either get back involved if it trades above 97 with authority, or maybe on some kind of red dog reversal lower. Facebook was one that, gave us some active cash flow. Barron's was positive. It was red, went from red to green, but still, can't give you that much fluidity. It's still holding the 21-day. It looks okay. Maybe at some point it gets above this, and that'll tell us the market's ready to put some high beta risk on. Amazon gave you a small red dog reversal, okay, where I wasn't there for it either. That's the problem. Sometimes when I have to go on TV and whatnot, I have to sacrifice me being on my computer all day long, and this one actually gave you a nice little move where traded below the prior low, gave you a bottom tail, so some people got long that. I still think you have some time here, so I'm not like so upset that I missed the trade back above 756. It's only $3.50. If Amazon's for real, we'll catch a different scenario. So all in all, it's August 22nd, very rangy day for the indices. We survived the anniversary of the last August plunge, which I think had people a little worried. And then you had different types of trades amongst different sectors. Bios were where the money was today. Banks kind of just held in there. Oil, small pullback after a big 2-week run. S&P still above the 21-day. High beta tech, here and there there's a trade, but not everywhere. And that's the story when you have a week or two left of the summer, when everyone's at the beach or in the mountains or trying to take it easy to get ready for even Jackson Hole. That's on Friday. So don't overdo it, don't overtrade, be specific, be ready and planned, and hopefully you'll be able to make some money as the week unfolds. Have a good one.